The alien kelp forest-like ecosystem seems to well be adapted to the changing temperatures. Many alien animals here are poikilotherms, although others can migrate with the heat or are adapted to either day or night and die or hibernate during the other. As said before, the alien kelps themselves keep themselves down during the long night, but also gather nutrition to the roots, making the above seabed portion turn brown. Some detrivores like to eat even the nutrition-poor leaves, and they are of course hunted by other species. Also, their roots are dug up and eaten by a creature that has a mole-like appendages, a worm-like body, and a woodpecker-like beak with an elongated tongue. The roots are also very safe places to place eggs, and so they do after leaking the juices out. These creatures keep the alien population. These creatures keep the alien kelp population under control. They are in turn hunted by very well camouflaged brown alien lobsters with an elongated front appendage that they use to spear the hapless root-eating creatures. They have flaps of sort of brown skin all over their body, of course to be the camouflage. During daytime they lay eggs of their own in the midst of the kelps and usually are eaten then, if not before, since they have a hunt of their own too, a type of an alien shark that can detect the minute electric signals their bodies emit. To protect themselves against the alien lobster's elongated appendage, they are heavily armored even in their mouths. There isn't that much plankton during the night, but the Coriolis effect does bring some even to the shores. This is why even during the night the kelps are a host to some field feeders. Since it's a good place to hide from their enemies, they don't have as much need for speed and agility as their open water cousins, and therefore they can be quite bizarre shapes. Some are even fairly immobile, sticking to the ocean floor or the kelps, and resembling, for example, sea urchins. They are in turn hunted by all sorts of relatives of the alien sharks and of the alien lobsters. There is also an alien kelp species that has a huge leaf that it can open during day after it's risen to the surface and blocking the light to its competition with it. Another kelp species that probably evolved from the one with a big leaf has a carnivorous plant-like qualities. It's got its own heavier than water digestive enzymes it keeps in a cup and can quite rapidly bend its leaf to trap its prey. Other species are more passive, just waiting the prey to wind up in the traps. Waiting for the prey, probably. There are also ones that have spikes that they can use to squirt digestive enzymes directly inside any prey that happens to get caught in them. There is also one species that can trap even quite large prey by being cage-like in appearance, and quite rapidly pulling its leaves, making the cage shrink and trapping the hapless prey. Also, scavengers litter the ocean floor. During daytime, the kelp forests are much more lively, since there is much more plankton to go around. Many more species of field feeders call this place home, and the ocean floor is littered with seagrass analogues. microbial life likes to digest the kelps, but there are also sort of worm-like beings that cling to the leaves and that are eating the microbes in turn. The above-water probe unfortunately only found microbial life on the land and in the air. Either the life here just isn't advanced enough, or it's simply impossible for large creatures to survive in an environment with this much radiation. That's a result of not having a strong magnetosphere and not much of an atmosphere either. Proxima Centauri A1 has been fully terraformed now. The citizens rejoice. New jump gates have been built between Sol and Barnard's star, going both ways from Barnard's star to Alpha Centauri, but only one way since that area isn't fully explored yet. From Barnard's star to Struve 2398 and from Sol to Lumen 16. For the next 5-year period, I might just try to build a listening outpost on the WD1142-645, and if nothing more is found, survey the system.